Hello and welcome back to Getting Started in Streaming. My name is Arif, and in this video we're going to be going over 10 solutions for NDI frame stutter. I did a video before showing how you can use NDI to broadcast between two PCs without a capture card, but there are a bunch of problems that you can run across with that, and a frame stutter is one of them, and it's one of the most pervasive problems that you'll get. So I went through the internet, I found everyone's version of a solution, and I just put them all together. You can try any one of these and see if they work for you. I'll show you the one that worked for me, and hopefully you'll be able to get up and running. But ultimately, this is still not a replacement for a capture card system. Just always keep that in mind. Now, let's jump in and show you all of the solutions that you can use to solve your NDI frame stutter. Before diving into all the little technical bits, let's just double check your internet infrastructure and make sure that you're doing it correctly. First rule, no Wi-Fi. Do not use this with Wi-Fi. You want to be hardwired in. Second, you want to make sure you have gigabit LAN connection. If you don't know how to check that, come to the start menu, type in network. You'll see view network connections. Click that and just go into your Ethernet and just double click it. And you want this to say speed 1 gigabit per second. If it says that, you're good. That's the infrastructure side of it done. Now we can actually move on to the problem and how to solve it. Let's switch our view here to our monitor, and you'll see a second OBS. This is another instance running, so we're not overlapping on this recording, but you can actually see the problem. Now, Starkiller is my quote-unquote gaming machine for how you would view two PC setup. You have a gaming machine and a streaming machine. So Starkiller is the gaming one. Sputnik will be the server or the streaming machine. Now let's get NDI started here. So go into Tools, NDI Output Settings, and you'll get this little dialog window. Just click Main Output. And now on the server side, on Sputnik, you will see the little GIF start running. As you can see on Sputnik, we have an issue where this GIF is running smooth on Starkiller, but on Sputnik, it is running very, very, very laggy. This is the problem a lot of people are facing to varying degrees, but it is a problem nonetheless. Now with NDI, you have very little granular control over your settings. It doesn't use your OBS bitrate. It uses its own internal auto magic kind of code to determine what to run at. You have no control over it. That's just how things are. But I'm going to go through the 10 solutions now and show you. I'll start off with what worked for me. And then we'll go through the other solutions I saw all over the internet. And that way you can just try all of them one at a time and see what works for you. The first solution that we have is we can resize the image. If you come onto your gaming computer, you're going to just resize it. And you can see on Sputnik, when we get to about here, the image becomes super smooth. So in the grander scheme of things of what you do to solve this, is go onto your game computer, which would be Starkiller in this one, and actually just put the native resolution down to another, well, lower resolution than what your streaming computer is going to be at. So Sputnik is streaming out at 1920 by 1080. I can put Starkiller down to 720 or even 960 by 540. Once you get into below HD, that's your own problem that you have to solve. But I'm just giving you the solution. So that is one potential way to solve this problem. The next possible solution I saw from people was to enable or disable Windows Game Mode. I actually saw people saying both answers worked for them. If you don't know how to do that, come into the start menu, type in Game, and you'll see that this pops up, Windows Game Mode settings. So let's click on that. And you can see here, you can optimize your Windows. So click it on if it's off, or off if it's on, and you can test that to see if that solution works for you too. Now the next solution that we have up is to copy your settings from OBS. This is something that you've been seeing forever. When you look up NDI in OBS, people say that you need to have one-to-one configurations of both computers, but we've already seen in the first solution that that is not exactly true. But you can try it. If you don't know how to do that, come to your profile, and you want to just click export your profile here, and that'll take all your settings from your stream configuration, and then you can just put it on a thumb drive, email it to yourself, zip it in a file, do whatever, but send it to your other computer and then import it there by just clicking import and clicking on the file that you sent over. There is that solution. Our next solution is to use NDI tools. This is a collection of tools released by NewTek, and you can use their scan converter to actually just capture the screen that you want to capture and send it over that way. These tools are going to allow you a lot more flexibility than just the native OBS NDI integration. And there's a lot of tutorials on these particular tool sets that go beyond the scope of this video, but this is your next option. So if you want to try NDI tools, I also advise you to YouTube a person going over all the NDI tools. Now, the next solution that we have up is to check the properties on the streaming computer, the one receiving the NDI signal from the gaming computer. And we can do that if we go up into Sputnik here, and let's change it and go to our properties up here in Starkiller NDI. And then we can switch over to our monitor. So you can see here we have our window for our properties on our NDI. You can come down here into YUV range. Keep that at partial. There's no reason to keep that to full, but you can actually check the color space and try switching it between 709 and 601. Some people have reported that works for them. I can't say one or the other. You can also check the sync properties, which is actually our next solution. So sync is source, timing, and network. These are very much under the hood kind of things, but you can try that. Bandwidth will probably fix your problem, but the problem is with bandwidth is it lowers the quality of the video significantly to very much below HD. So that will work, but it's not the solution that you want. But you can try changing color space or the source timing or the sync or whatever and see how that works. Coming up on one of our last solutions is to actually check your Windows firewall. Of course, all you do is go to Start menu, type in firewall, and you can go in here and disable it, enable it, do what you need, but try it. And some people, once again, have reported that this works or not. I didn't see much on my end, but I already found my solution. Our penultimate solution is to actually check the priority status for OBS. And if you don't know how to do that, right click in the bottom taskbar area, click on Task Manager, and you want to come in to Details, scroll down to OBS, and you want to right click and go Set Priority, and you want to set the priority to Real Time. This is a brand new one. Even I didn't know about this until just before recording this video. So you can try that. Some people are reporting good success with this. And our final solution that we have is to actually just lower the number of scenes and sources going from the gaming computer. The less stuff it has to push across the network, the easier the video push will be. So you can try that. This is one of the oldest solutions that has been around since NDI got integrated into OBS. But yes, try reducing the number of sources in the number of scenes, and hopefully that may fix your problem. Well, guys, that's it. That was the 10 most common solutions I could find for fixing NDI frame stutter. I hope this video helped you. Try and check all the various solutions. If one doesn't work, try the next one. And then after you've tried all 10, if they don't work, mix and match and see what works for you. Like I said, the video scaling for me is what worked, but there's no substitution for a good, solid capture card in hardwire. There's just not. I've always been a hardware first kind of guy before software. I've always been that way, and I'll always continue to be that way. But this is a solution, especially in these kind of times when this video is being recorded. Everything chip related is very hard to come by. So take it with what you can. Try what you got, and well, hopefully this helped you. Don't ask me questions. I'm probably not going to answer you. I definitely want to answer you if you're not a sub. But other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I've been Arif. This has been Getting Started in Streaming, 10 possible solutions for NDI frame stutter, and I'll see all of you on the next episode. Bye.